Hello, this is AgostoAllElite podcast, and today is Thursday, as usual, for our AEW review. So we will start with the AEW Women's Eliminator Tournament. The matches are Yuka Sakazaki versus Emi Sakura, Maddie Ransky versus Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, Aja Khan versus Ryo Miyazumi, Nyla Rose versus Tai Conti. As for Britt Baker versus Ransky match, originally Britt Baker's opponent was supposed to be Anna Jay, but she was injured, so Maddie Ransky took her place. I will review the tournament, and after that, I'll give you my take on this week's AEW Women's Tournament program. Yeah. All right. I'll give you my take. I have love for this tournament. Honestly, it was damn good for this tournament. I really feel bad for Anna Jay. I think she had a more competitive showing than Maddie. Hope she recovers swiftly. Honestly, those female bastards done it. I was a bit down on the Sunday deal. I know it's free, etc., but they put Yuka versus Rio, which we also brought Maki Teo into the equation on sold. Was kind of harsh getting May and Unami to beat up Yuka. Yes, I know about SM, but Apple May is wholesome. You think AEW might be willing to do some kind of deal with TJBW where Excalibur does some commentary for that? Is he like he be as into as I thought? I guess he's just doing his job. Also, white suit, she'd be like, oh. And alright, and I'll tie the matches. Yuka Sakazaki versus Emi Sakura. Yuka Sakazaki defeated Emi Sakura. After the match, Emi Sakura and her girls attacked her. Shida came forward to rescue Yuka Sakazaki. We had a stare down with Emi Sakura and Hikaru Shida. We had the next matches, Nyla Rose versus Tai Conti. It was a great back and forth match. Everyone was looking good. Tai Conti made Nyla Rose look good. Everyone was looking good. The match ended with Nyla Rose hit the beast bomb on Tai Conti. Nyla Rose will be advancing to semifinals on Dynamite, which I will review. I will get to it later on. So, final match, Aja Khan versus Ryo Miyazumi. Ryo Miyazumi won the match by countout, but the most part of the match where Aja Khan threw the trash can to Shida and hit Ryo on it. So that was a good part of the match. And basically, all right, everything's on review. Okay, here's my take. I love this edition of AEW Women's Eliminator Tournament. It was doing good. It was pretty good, but it was a bit lacking. But the Women's Eliminator Tournament on Monday was trending in Twitter on number 12, so it's a good thing. I wish it should have trended on number 2, but we can't get everything we want. So stay tuned because I'll be reviewing AEW Dark soon. But right now, I'm thinking maybe they should do another women's. They should do more content on Mondays. Like AEW should do more content on Mondays. It will work. So maybe it can help. Coming up, AEW Dark review. And we're back. Now we are going to review AEW Dark. We are welcome to Dark with Excalibur, Anthony Ogo, and Taz. We start with John Skyler versus Brian Cage with Hook. Cage enters the ring, holding the AEW title. Bell rings. Cage hits Skyler with the big shoulder tackle. Skyler's up, gets 2 kicks in Cage. It's over after Cage hit a powerbomb and then hits with a drill claw. Brian Cage wins. Is with Hook. We get Lee Johnson with Arn Anderson versus Petico with Luther, also known as Uncle Fester. Lee Johnson to Pentacle start with a lockup. However, Lee Johnson gets an advantage after multiple reversals. Johnson hits the Pentacle with a great drop kick, then follows up with a press slam. Johnson goes for a pin, but Pentacle kicks out too. Pentacle takes the control when he uses the ropes, throws Johnson on top, and then a few solid thrust kicks and a quick DDT. Pentacle goes for a pin. Johnson kicks out, frustrates the Pentacle. Pentacle jumps onto Lee, ribs. The Pentacle hits the Irish rib. The Pentacle goes with a bunch of strikes at Lee's face. Lee is backing the show. Hits a Pentacle with a hanging neck breaker. Lee Johnson hits a blue thunder bomb, follows with a pin to get the win. Winner, Lee Johnson with R. Anderson. We get Eddie Kingston versus J.D. Drake. Now for information, J.D. Drake wasn't Evolve. It did try out for WWE, but was cut short. So we're getting Eddie Kingston versus J.D. Drake. Drake and Kingston started up with a tie-up, but neither man gets the advantage, does it again, but again, nothing happens. Kingston and Drake begin exchanging chops. They continue to hit each other with chops, so Kingston kicks a shortcut, slides Drake across the face. Drake's chest is red, beat from the multiple chops. Kingston comes back with an eye poke. Drake gets a chop in on Kingston. Drake now hits Kingston with a headbutt, follows with more solid strikes. Drake is back up. Both men are exchanging chops yet again. Kingston goes for a diving holder tackle, but Drake nails Kingston with a solid right and a big slam, followed by a Vader bomb. He goes for the pin, but Eddie kicks out too. Drake hit Kingston with a high boot, then hits Kingston with a big cannonball. Drake goes for a moonsault. Kingston hasn't had enough and hits Drake with a spinning back fist. The winner, Eddie Kingston. Leah Hirsch versus Brooke Havoc with Cody Rhodes. Brooke comes out with Rhodes, then Hirsch is out next. They begin with a tie-up, but Havoc gets knocked down right away. Havoc comes out with a great drop kick. Leah hits Brooke with a vertical suplex. Hirsch goes for the pin, but Brooke kicks out. Brooke hits Leah with a nice elbow. Hirsch goes for a big dive, a miss. Hirsch hit a powerful German suplex, then Hirsch put Brooke in an armbar, and then it's over. Hirsch wins the match by submission. We get Jurassic Express versus Angel Fashion and VSK. The match will begin with Jungle Boy. Fashion begins with a tie-up. Jungle Boy gets the advantage. Luchasaurus tags in with a blind tag. He and Jungle Boy ends it with a pop-on combo. Winner, Jurassic Express. We get JJ Jarrett versus QT Marshall, Colorado. The match begins with JJ Garrett and QT Marshall with a tie-up. Garrett gets out of some reversals. Marshall gets the upper hand with a hip toss. Then Marshall had a headlock, follows up with a shoulder attack on the next arm drag. Garrett kicked Marshall in the midsection, but it does not much as Marshall picks up Garrett for a delayed suplex. Garrett hits German suplex on a frog splash. He goes for a pin, but a 2 count. Marshall now gets hit with a big right and a cannonball. Marshall now comes back with multiple clotheslines, ended by hitting the diamond cutter. The winner, QT Marshall with Nick Camarado. Mass Caster versus Anthony Bowens versus Marco Stunt. Mass Caster comes out with rapid like normal, takes some shots at Marco Stunt. Caster Stunt goes for a tie-up, but does not go on well. But Stunt goes out of it, nails Caster in a drop kick, and falls with a Hurricanrana. Stunt goes to the top for a dive, but Caster catches Stunt and slams him hard, and he's throwing around with Stunt. Then he delivers some punching blows to the back of Marco Stunt. Caster now gives Stunt a big boot. Marco gets a chance to do a roll-up on Caster, but Caster kicks out. Bowens dropped the referee and Stunt. This caused Stunt to focus on Caster. This caused Caster to throw Stunt off the top rope on the mat. Caster ends it after hitting a big elbow and finished it with the pin. Winner, Max Caster with Anthony Bowens. The Dark Orders, John Silver, Alex Reynolds versus Louis Val and Chris Peaks. Peaks and Reynolds begin the match. Reynolds nails Peaks with multiple strikes and multiple elbows. Silver is now the legal man. He nails Peaks down with multiple shoulder tackles. Then a big hit to the Peaks' chest. Reynolds tag in. He trips on Reynolds. This Valley tagged in. Valley and Peaks are double teaming Reynolds, and they are hitting with some big kicks and multiple drop kicks. Silver's in the back for a hot tag. Silver hits Peaks with a big body drop. Silver hits German suplex. John Silver puts both Peaks and Valley on his shoulder, hits him with a Samoan drop. The Dark Order finish it with a hitting the Dark Destroyer on the Valley for the pin and the win. The winner, the Dark Order. We got Sabian with Ford versus Fuego del Sol. Match begins with Sabian stopping Del Sol from doing a leapfrog by pulling down the leg and bringing Del Sol down hard. Del Sol gets in multiple strikes on Sabian. Sabian gets back in the ring. Del Sol goes right for him, but Sabian gets out of the way. He begins hitting Del Sol with multiple kicks and strikes. Sabian goes for a pump kick, but Del Sol avoids it. Now he gets some good offense on Sabian. Del Sol hits a switchblade on Sabian, goes for the pin, but Sabian kicks out. Sabian takes the advantage, hit the Death Hollow for the pin and the win. Winner, Kid Sabian with Ford. We got the Varsity Blondes versus Sean Dean Corrado Brave. Brian Pillman, Brave begins some shoving, but then started with a tie-up. Brave goes to the right. Pillman ducks out of the way. Pillman thought tagging out, but did not. Pillman gets some big strikes in. Pillman, Garrison beginning a strange tag after getting multiple strikes on Bravo. Bravo tags his partner. Sean Dean doesn't begin matching because he missed blind tag between the Varsity Blondes. Brave is the legal man, but Pillman does not let up. He gets Dean into the corner. Pillman has Brave in a hold, start pinching each other's chests. Sean Dean gets the hot tag from Brave. Dean gets some big strikes and clothesline suplex. Pillman saves Garrison on a pin short time later. The Varsity Blonde exchange tags. Pillman goes to the top row and Dean finishes it by getting the pin. Winners, Varsity Blonde. We get a Solo versus Ryan Neff. Aaron Solo and Ryan Neff begin with a tie-up, but Ryan gets a few shots in, but Solo recovers, hit Neff with some drop kicks, and then a hip toss. Neff get out of the ring. Solo gets him back on the ring and hit Neff with a big knee drop and delivering a nice right to face at Neff. Neff has control of the match. He comes at Solo with some submission holds, but Solo gets out of them. Sorry. Neff gets Solo in the corner after doing an Irish whip. Neff continues to deliver some heavy strikes. Solo's head, Peter Avalon, and Sarah Bayonne comes out, begin watching the match. Solo notices, he gets going, hits Neff with a cluster. Solo goes to the top, but Neff is right away, hits Solo with a net breaker. Neff follows up with a pin, gets the victory. The match ends. Neff, Avalon, Bonnet start attacking Solo. They are getting multiple kicks in, strikes. Bonnet goes to lift it, but the Nightmare Family makes a save. They stared at Bonnet before cutting away for the next match. Winner is Ryan Neff. Alright, AEWDynamite versus Miranda and Renee. Evilise hit Renee with elbow. Renee comes back, gets Evilise into a wrist lock. Renee grabs Evilise, puts her in the bridge. Evilise gets out of it. However, Renee hits Evilise with a heavy strike before she tagging Dynamite. Renee comes at Dynamite with a bunch of quick strikes, but Dynamite escapes. During the series, Miranda gets an Atcha blind tag. Miranda gets Dynamite to a roll-up attempt, but Dynamite kicks out. Dynamite delivers a drop kick to the corner. Evilise tags in, comes in with a big high kick at the head of Miranda. Evilise calls her suplex, hits it, but she goes for the cover, but Miranda kicks out. Miranda's a start to make a comeback. Evilise hits her with a nasty back elbow chop. The team of Dynamite and Evilise come at Miranda with a series of back elbows. Dynamite and Miranda are now exchanging strikes as Dynamite drops Miranda with a cutter. Renee and Evilise tag it, and as Renee lands heavy shots on Evilise and Dynamite. Evilise lands a knee, tags Dynamite. There's multiple foot starts in the corner. Evilise now is in. She escapes Renee's suplex attempt. Miranda tags in. She delivers a big strike to Evilise, but she takes too much talking to herself. Talks trash on her story. This allowed Evilise, Dynamite to hit a big knee strike and high kick for the victory. The winner, Evilise and Dynamite. Now we got Top Flight versus Steven Stetson and Vega. All right. Martin and Vega begin the match with a tie-up. Vega thinks he has the upper hand, hitting a back elbow, but Martin comes back with multiple strikes. Darius tags in his brother, Dante. Vega tags in Steve Stetson. Dante hits both men on a crossbody body from the top rope. Dante gets some strikes in on Stetson to get his teeth shot in on Dante. Stevenson and Vega now double team Martin. Vega hits the suplex. Dante Vega now exchange strikes. Stepson, Dante tends to leapfrog Stepson, but Stepson catches him. So there's a big spine buster. Dante gets to his brother, tags him in. Darius hits Stepson and a big shotgun drop kick. Darius goes for a pin, but he sees Vega comes to the break tag and moves out of the way. So his elbow to the partner, top flight now. Assisted launching drop kick to get the victory. With her top flight. Help him, help. Alright, Night Catch, Johnny Janela, Bear Country vs. Bad Dude, Liz Shepard, Daniel Joseph, Air Fry. Bear Boulder, Joseph first to start. Joseph goes in the big boot. Bear tags in Bronson. Bear Country hit a double press slam. Let's get the head of it. It wouldn't make sense. Bear Bronson and Bear Boulder are both in the ring. They hit a assisted splash. Bronson follows up by get the pin and the win. The winners, Sonny Kiss, Joey Janela, and Bear Country. Peter Avalon, Caesar Bond versus Baron Black and Ryzen. Alright. Alright, here then in the match. Black locks in the crossface. Bonnet breaks it up by chokeslam Ryzen 2. Baron Black's back. So that Bennett helps Peter Avalon, and Avalon hits the Marty knees for the win. The winners, Caesar Bonnet and Peter Avalon. Tessa Price versus Kylan King. King wins the match when she hits the King's them fall on Tessa Price for the win. The winner, Kylan King. The Seidels versus the Hybrid 2 versus SCU. It was a great match. It was a great main event. It was put together with three teams. The match ended when the Seidel brothers were going for a stereotype suicide. Christopher Daniels, Carter, Mike Seidel, Jack Evans going for a Sake special, but laid out by a Gamma kick from Daniels. Serena hits the ref DT to get the big win for SCU. Winner of the match, SCU. Alright, this was a good AEW Dark review. It was a stacked card that I like. So, coming up next, this will be a Dynamite review. So stay tuned. And we're back. Now I will be reviewing AEW Dynamite. Alright, Jon Moxley defeats Ryan Neff versus Ryan Neff, Stars Cage versus Brassy Blondes, Hager versus Cutler, Heyman versus Aisha Cassidy. Women's Eliminated Tournament, Britt Baker versus Nyla Rose. The qualifying ladder match, Ray Phoenix versus Lance Archer. So let's start. Let's start. Ryan Neff says in a short promo that he will beat Moxley in a match because he's delusional even with the fictional balance of this TV show. Mox had a chair up at the match, grabs a mic. Yes, Mox won the match with the Death Rider or the Pentagon Shift. And he says, this, I know what it takes to get back to the top, take the hill. He says, he asks what ideas, when images come to our minds. When we heard Exploding Deathmatch, Barbed Wire Deathmatch, Fire, Blood, Burn, Torture, Agony, Vintage Japanese Wrestling magazines, do they make you revolt? Does it make you sweat, shake, or do you have a sick thrill? He says he's addicted to living close to the flame, addicted to the feeling of coming out and laying his soul bare in the ring. The idea of that match is to attract. They pulls him, he can't resist it. It's a trap laid by Omega. He's not the first guy to try to take him out. He won't be the last. Win or lose or draw, everybody watch, everyone who has been with him. We won't know that he gave us everything he had. His career over at this live on pay-per-view. If he drowns in violence, it'll be a hell of a way to go out. We get a video package detailing the history of T Omega Mox in 2019. No one uploaded Twitter, so eat doink, imagine it. Yep, our AEW social media member Jeff has been fucking up lately, so sorry for Jeff. So I'm not sorry for Jeff for fucking things up on social media. No, I mean, I'm not gonna forgive Jeff. Jeff sucks at being an AEW social media. That's all I have to say on that. Now we get Abrahams backstage with Lance Phoenix and Phoenix talking about the qualifier tonight. The two end up getting a short brawl. Their alliance over for a moment despite their chemistry together. The lights go out. It's that Sting entry. It's a video from Darby. Yeah, this was after the match with Cage and Starks winning the match. Sting is dragging Darby's body down the road in a car and lets Darby out. Now it's Sting's entrance. He comes in drag, body bag reveal. It's Hook. Then Darby flies on the zip line with skateboard and takes out Starks and Cage. Spacebar 1. Sting was not on the zip line. It was Darby Allin. You fucking lied. Alright, and then Sting kicks Cage out while Darby pummels Starks. Cage gets hit with a Stinger Splash, then gets Scorpio Death Drop. Taz gets hooked out of the body bag, and Taz has been thoroughly embarrassed by Grandpa's ambitious teenage e-boy partner. Tony is with Kip, Penelope, and Miro. Kip says this shit sucks. Beach Break was supposed to be the best day of their lives. Chuck Taylor, Orange Cassidy ruined it. Miro says Kip and Penelope had their lives destroyed by this. They can't even go on their honeymoon. Miro says Chuck Taylor's a good dude because he did a great job folding his laundry. Miro says, Charles, you could come home, but be a man for yourself. Tony gets a no. Will you wrestle us as Revolution? Yes, no, maybe. Says this is childish. Don't do this. You're debasing yourself by hanging out with Orange. Miro then eats the note. 10 out of 10 segment of the year. Must watch. Yes, must watch. Hager versus Cutler. Hager wins the match. Inner Circle stomps Cutler after the match, but the Bucks come in on top to stop running up the Inner Circle. Max gets the mic call out MJ and Jericho. He said they'll have to wait for Revolution. Comes to the ring right now. MJ and Jericho's music played, but they didn't come out. Jericho and MJ appear on Contron. Jericho said, why would we waste the time when they're going to beat their asses in the Revolution? Jericho has beat the shit out of the Bucks' dad, Papa Buck. He's bleeding, and they threw him into the Bucks merch trailer. Jericho told the Bucks to come out and pick up their trash. Matt and Nick arrived too late to stop the assault. Matt gets on the mic after. Alright. Heyman wins the match. Heyman beats Isaiah Islar with his finisher. Basically, Matt Hardy gets on the mic after Heyman wins. Matt says he's been betrayed and he's been going to hurt him. In the Dark Order, those fight in the Dark Order. Matt throws 5 out of the tunnel into the Titan Keeper's table. Dark Order chases Matt out. Now it comes to Five's aid. We get Marvelous. Officer Bart Brady. Officer Bart Brady shows up at Kenny's workshop, which has no door. He simply shows up because he can. They're constructing the Moxley Extermination Chamber. Kenny says more to promo than it's too much welding and hammering. It was really hard to hear. The gist is that Kenny and Don are building the ring. Seemed like bad news for Mox. The main event, Archer versus Phoenix. Archer wins the match with his move. I'm going to tell you about it. The match was amazing. It had a great start. The match was good. It was a great match. Now, for my whole review on Dynamite. This week's AEW Dynamite was a hit for me. It was pretty well paced with enough wrestling and enough fun backstage goofiness. It gave me a late, early 2000s vibes. So thank you. Oh, as a bonus, I want to talk about one more thing. I want to talk about the Big Show going to AEW. Let's talk about that. Basically, the Big Show signs with AEW, Paul Wright. And basically, here's the thing. He will be working for AEW as an ambassador, commentator, and a backstage worker. He's going to use his knowledge to help the young guys. And basically, here's the thing. This may be a big blow to WWE in the moral department. It won't hurt WWE, but it hurts them in the morale department. So basically, the fact is, Big Show Paul Wright signed with AEW. It's a good thing. it's going to help AEW turn AEW to a good pro wrestling product, then we should always watch. And I cannot wait. Okay, thank you for my podcast. I'll see you next week.